Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner. Yeah, it's Saturday, but I'm a little slow on the knives coming in. I got one in the mail, but it's not coming in. I was kind of hoping it would come in today or yesterday. But anyhow, I'm going back to stuff in the collection. Stuff you know, this is a knife that I haven't seen for a while. Well, I mean, I've seen it, but I mean, I haven't carried it. Hadn't thought about it really, but I love this knife. It is a bit of a smaller knife uh, because it is a street version. It's Chaves, and you can obviously see that pocket clip, and if you know, then you know. But it is a beautiful knife. I mean, it's really an awesome design, and this is one of those ones that I kind of dreamed about early in the early days before I'd really started getting into the more premium knives. This is one of the ones that kind of came up with. It was on sale or something. It's been a while. I don't really remember, but there was something where, oh, this is available, or maybe it was just hard to find. Maybe it's a little hard to find it, not sold out. But anyway, I found this one, and I agonized over spending the money. I think it was about $320. And yeah, eventually I just said, hell with it. I gotta jump in and grab this knife because I've been thinking about it for a while. And yeah, it's smaller than I expected. Not really, like I said, this is my first time looking at Chaves knives, but and it's definitely got that cool Chaves design. It's got that kind of that tanto there, the dual grind, definitely a hollow on there. Nice swedge. Those very aggressive gems on the top. Just a real solid kind of premium looking knife, and that cool key logo. Always like that. So yeah, I know that they later on. I don't think with this one it came with a different clip, but later on they started sending on with different clips in case you didn't like that skull. But I do like it. I know that the earlier days they had the ones without the screws in it, and a lot of people, that were familiar with that are unhappy. But by the time I got into checking them out and buying them, the screws are already there, and I don't mind it. It kind of reminds me of what's that one Hellboy? It kind of reminds me of those horns that Hellboy has sticking out of his head. I don't know, but still, I guess it's what you're used to. If you kind of were introduced to it without the screws, I could see how that could be kind of annoying. Um, so yeah, that hollow grind is great. One of the things that I did notice buying this knife, being one of the early premium versions that I had, the detent is quite something. It I probably was not as familiar or used to doing the middle finger flick or the thumb flick, and certainly at this point it's broken in quite a bit more than it was right when I first got it. But man, it was hard. Sometimes it was just like I just couldn't do it. And it did take some time to, probably a little bit more me getting used to it and it breaking in. This is one of the ones with the G10 on the one side and the titanium on the other side. I've seen the ones with titanium on both. I think that's really good. I kind of like, I don't hate G10. It's not my favorite. Probably my Carta is higher on my list, but the fact that they can have this good milling in the G10, giving it some grip, because titanium without milling can be a little slick. It definitely can. Obviously, you need it on this side with the frame lock, and it's got the insert in there. But and then with the clip there, it doesn't make it slippery. Not really a hot spot either. It really, I don't know. I guess I don't really have super sensitive hands. I know some people say, oh, that's a hot spot. It's poking me. It's poking me. This one does have kind of sharper edges on it, and I did notice that at first. but you know, I did kind of start out my career doing a lot of like labor type stuff, test department, field service type work, plus through martial arts and things like that. I guess I kind of got a little bit more of a tougher skin, if you want to call it that. I don't know. But it doesn't really bother me that much. And maybe it's just that I got used to it. But I love this knife. I really do. It's the Chaves Reate Street. Hang on a second, guys. So it is a drop point, obviously. Definitely one of my favorites. It's frame lock M390 steel, and you can kind of see that right there. Now the size, it's not that bad. I mean, I do like bigger knives, and that's the only reason why. I probably would kind of almost call it an EDC size knife, a little less than 3 1/4. So for EDC carry, yeah, I mean it's definitely will do all the tasks that you want it to do. My hand does barely fit on the 3.5 inch handle. Maybe it's actually about 4 1/8 overall, but that inside grip is closer to 3.5. So when I have it in my hand, you can see my fingers are starting to get, that back finger is starting to get off of the edge. It does have that kind of a swell back here, that area that kind of holds your finger in so you don't slip off the end. And it definitely has that one finger groove. I know some people don't like the multiple finger grooves because then you kind of, if your hand doesn't fit, it may feel a little bit awkward. But one finger groove, I think, in general, I mean, it does keep you from maybe sliding up and down more so, but this feels good in my hand, at least. Certainly. Feels very solid. Doesn't feel hot spotty to me. The thumb studs are good. Like I say, they have to be because you really got that strong detent. Even now, it definitely snaps out, which is really kind of cool. But if you have weak hands, if you have problems with that, and considering that this does not have a flipper, that may be something that you want to consider. I do have a 229 with the kickstop, whatever it's called. It has that flipper that kind of disappears. But I prefer the studs personally. I just like to have that feeling. I was mentioning in a video about collecting the other day. I guess it was yesterday. Talking about, just the feel of fidgeting with a knife. And it's important to me, I think it's important to a lot of people. Some people just like the back flipper, and maybe it's less of a thing for you if that's what you like doing. But still, even with that, you want to get that. That's why people like that detent, because it is a different kind of feel, So anyway, there it is. It's the Chaves Reate Street. Obviously, there's a Reate larger version that I've seen, but I don't really have two Chaves in my collection. I like them a lot, but yeah, they can be a bit costly. So, but I don't have any regrets, even though this is smaller than I expected. I still really, really enjoy this knife. Just want to say thank you to everybody that my last couple of videos. I know this week's been a little slow for me. I didn't really have anything. I noticed that the last one I had, which was a new knife, was the Frenzy, and that was like 8 days ago. And yeah, I just a little slowed down because of Christmas. Things will get back to normal. I got a couple things coming in this week, so that's good. And then it's the mailing too. I have this knife coming in, and it's just, I'm watching the tracking. I tell you, I stress on the tracking. I'm watching the tracking, and it comes in to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm in California, Southern California, and it's like so close. And it's like well, obviously Thanksgiving this week kind of slows things down, but I think it was like on Tuesday or something last week. And I'm going, well, maybe it'll show up, on Friday after Thanksgiving or Saturday. But no, it just left Arizona this morning. It's in LA, so I should be getting it tomorrow, and I'll reveal what that is. But I've got a couple of other these collection type ones coming out. I won't have time until Wednesday to do that video. But anyway, like some of the ones like the Grail one and that whole collection talk and the knife addiction talk. I love the comments you guys sent in. I appreciate you guys so much. I love any comment I get is I appreciate, even if it's just, hey, great video. I really do like all that, because I know that helps me to get out to more people. I just enjoy, I don't necessarily always comment back, but I do read all the comments. And a lot of the ideas that you guys had on those videos, talking about your collecting, you talking about your grails, I just love to hear your thoughts. And it makes me kind of rethink and kind of examine what I do and why I do it and all that kind of thing. And just sharing your experiences, it's a blast. I really love it. So thank you so much. I'm going to cut it off here, and I will be putting out a couple other short ones, and I got a new knife coming this week, so keep an eye out for that, and I will see you on the next one.